It has my nose! My nose! Hey guys, J3T Funny Man here, finally back from my long break. Essentially why that was happening is, well, my computer started to not charge, actually, if that's coming across right at all. What it was my port for my charger was broken, and took us a while to figure that out, took even longer to get the part, took even longer to get that part installed because you have to go in and actually tamper with the motherboard and get the old port off of there and solder on the new one. Anyway, just long process. What's shooting me? Oh, it's only tier 1. Die! Anyway, all that's back, and I wasn't going to make a video again until I actually bought Bandicam, but I decided, whatever, I'll go ahead and get a new one. I mean, not get a new one, but go ahead and get Bandicam without buying it yet, because I was gonna save up the extra money, but whatever. I'll just have it to get content out there. What my real plan is to go ahead and once I do get Bandicam, put all my old videos using the Bandicam with the watermark into a playlist of just simply old videos, or maybe something else if someone can come up with a better name for it. But just have that there and essentially start the channel anew. Like, just have new series, maybe ones that are like old series but different, new, whatever. Originally, I was going to go ahead and actually make a new channel, not for any reason except for the Bandicam thing and that my name was kind of confusing. It was, I believe, the Hollywood Undead 100, like Hollywood Undead without the D at the very end, which I made this account when I was really into Hollywood Undead. It's a band, for those of you that don't know. That kind of goes with my name, too, on my games. It's J3T Funny Man for all those. Well, for all the games I play, and, well, for those of you that don't know Hollywood Undead, though that ties in with it. Anyway, now, at this point, it's been a long time since I've even watched it, so the name didn't mean much to me anymore. And the gaming name, well, that was just, I'm stuck with that, so I was just gonna go ahead and make a new channel. I actually did end up making a new channel just in case, and it was under J3T Funny Man, but I think it's spelled differently than the one I currently have now, because YouTube here just a while back went ahead and gave you the option to change your name to whatever you want. So I was like, hey, I don't have to change over channels. So that's awesome. So I just, went J3T Funny Man. And like I said, that's to clear up the confusion between me calling myself J3T Funny Man all the time and then my YouTube name being something completely different. And that also kind of hinders anyone looking me up. You're like, oh, he's J3T Funny Man. Let's type in J3T Funny Man, see if there's anything else. Well, that can actually, I've tested it, and it can bring up songs from Hollywood Undead and episodes that Cody has put out that say with J3T Funny Man. So, it gets a little confusing there. But anyway, now after that happened, I was going to go ahead and wait until I bought this Bandicam thing. But, whatever. Dylan's been complaining that I haven't been putting out content, so whatever, I'll get something out there. Anyway, 4 minutes in, I guess I should say what I'm doing here. I'm on a server, it's called Dungeon Realms. If anyone wants to join, I'll put the IP in the description below. I'm pretty sure it's play.dungeonrealms.net. I'm almost certain that's the IP, but I'm not sure, so just in case, I'll put it in the description. And yeah, it's essentially an MMO, Minecraft MMO, which has actually gotten me to put the name for the server rather than Dungeon Realms, because I didn't know it at the time, because it was a server that was recommended to me, not one I found myself. Yeah, sorry, but it was one that was recommended to me, so I didn't really know the name. I just knew that I should type in the name and then get the IP and play on it. So my lag. Anyway, the name on it for me is MC MMO, like a Minecraft MMO, and then I realized, oh my god, that's MC MMO, which is a thing for Minecraft. It's a plugin that lets you do cool stuff. Anyway, this lets you do cool stuff too. Might notice my axe right here. It's actually a +3 grade axe. That means I've enchanted it 3 times. Enchantment is a lot different in this. You actually get enchantment scrolls, and those are just made by getting scraps, which scraps are downloading terrain. I guess it crashed due to lag, but I'll try to explain it a little bit, and then I'll try to show it a little bit. Essentially, you have 5 tiers of armor and weapons. The first tier is leather armor with wooden weapons. Second tier is chainmail armor with stone weapons. And then tier 3 is iron. Tier 4 is diamond, and tier 5 is gold, which I had a fun time explaining to Dylan that gold is better than diamond in this. Timed out? Okay, yeah. All the armors have different stats. Now, I shouldn't say all of them because it isn't entirely random. It's, of course, has its own wide varying amounts of presets, but it's pretty much as random as a computer game can get. And the leather being the worst, gold being best, of course. I don't even know why I said that. But different pieces of armor is not just like a set defense that they give you, and different weapons in the same way. It's not just a set damage that they deal. Like most leather armor that you'll find will be about +5 protection to about +15 protection, and that's really common. But like one of the first leather tunics that I found was actually a +18. 118 protection. I don't know why I've been saying protection here. It's actually shown as HP, which you guys might have noticed that little bar right about in this general area where the back to title screen is. Well, of course you noticed the bar. It's the experience bar. But the experience bar has something else to do. I'll get into that later. Right above that bar should have been a number, and that number should have been 1195, I believe. Anyway, that's my health. And you get health accumulated from 50 as your start health, plus all the health that is given by your armor. Now me, I've got some pretty pimped out tier 2 armor. It's about as high as I can get. Not much goes above it. The only armor that's completely tier 2 that I've seen above mine is my uncle's, and that's because he went ahead and enchanted fully his chest plate, I think. Which I shouldn't say fully, but his chest plate glows, so it's a +4. I'll get into enchantments later as well. I'm just trying to explain things, so if you guys want to play, whatever. I'm deciding on the fly what to do with this video, to be quite honest. I just wanted to go ahead and get an introductory video back into playing, but whatever. As far as weapons go, they're essentially the same. It's their damage is random. Normally you'll find like a 1 to 2 on a tier 1 weapon, but you can find like 13s to 15s and all that good stuff. And then they all have extra types of buffs on them, armor and weapons and stuff. Like the weapons can have blindness, ice damage, or fire damage, I believe, and then they can have like vitality, strength, all that. And the armors can have like a health regeneration, and I don't know. I don't know. I'll be quite honest. I'll go ahead and look at mine real quick if it's back up. It's back up, I think. Come on. But anyway, yeah. for those of you that are going to start this out, don't just jump in and get tier 2 for the hell of it. If you can find better tier 1 or better of any tier than its next tier, like say you can find T2 that's better than T3, don't get that tier 3 until you find tier 3 that's better than your tier 2. Okay, I don't know what's going on. But, oh, different servers. Okay, falling off cliffs. Anyway, like say you find you've got like a 120 tier 2 chest plate, don't jump up to a 100 tier 3 chest plate just because it's tier 3. Go for good tier 3. And really that's essentially my problem with finding, well, not finding, but changing into a tier 3 set of armor, because I can't find tier 3 that's significantly better than my tier 2 that's not selling for a ridiculous amount. Now, the main reason, not just because, oh hey, it sucks worse than your armor, even if you find tier 3 that's equal to or under 100 plus your armor, I wouldn't change into it simply because of the scraps. Now, scraps are used to repair your armor, so if you find really good armor, it's not just gone forever once you break it. You get leather scraps, which can repair leather armor and wood weapons, or tier 1 bows, which, yes, there's bows too. They take their own types of arrows as well. Don't really feel like getting into that because that'll take even longer than this video is already going to be trying to explain this. But, and you get leather. You get leather. And you repair your tier 1 crap. And I'm doing hand motions and I don't even know why. Like I said, this is all on the fly. I don't know what to talk about otherwise. But, then for chain, you get chain scraps, which are iron bars, but it's, for any of you who have been around Minecraft for a long time, you might remember this. Rather than taking up just a little portion like it actually looks like an item, it takes up the whole square. And I believe that's how it used to be because it looked really familiar to me. It's like when they were first being implemented, before they were even fully announced and you could cheat them in. It's what they look like. Anyway, that's fused to repair all T2. To repair tier 3, you need light gray dye, but it says iron scrap. T4, you need a light blue dye, but it says it's diamond scraps. And for tier 5, you need a daisy yellow dye, and of course it says gold scraps. Anyway, each scrap gets progressively harder to get, so it's more worth it to stay at a tier 2 and just be able to use really cheap scraps, which sell for about 1 apiece, than to jump up to a tier 3, which scraps go for like 5 apiece, and they're even harder to get. Now, selling leather or anything tier 1 can get you T2 scraps. T2 items give you T3 scraps. T3 give you T4 scraps, and so on. And that's essentially the easiest way to get scraps. A little pro tip here: if you get even crappy tier 1, don't get rid of it unless you really need it out of your inventory. It's best to go to a merchant and sell it, which merchants are where you trade in all your stuff to get scraps. So yeah, it's better to just sell them for a few scraps than it is to get rid of it entirely, to make it serve no purpose to you whatsoever. Aside from just selling scraps to merchants, selling for scraps to merchants, you can sell scraps to merchants for a stack of chainmail scraps, and I believe 61, you can get a chainmail armor enchant. And this is getting into enchants. Enchants show up as little scrolls, and you just click them onto your armor or your weapon, depending on the enchant, and you can get the enchantment. The only real problem is that past +3 enchantments, it has a chance of failing, and if it fails, the item goes bye-bye, essentially. And I've done that with some armor before. Got a little cocky because I pulled it off with my leggings, and yeah. But if you do pull it off, it gets a really cool, like, actual enchant effect on it. Is that back up yet? Can I get back on? Please. This is much easier to explain on here. You can fish and mine. As you mine and fish, you gain experience. And the more experience you gain, the closer to getting the next tier of rod or pick you get. And when you get to the next tier, you can fish higher fishing spots or mine better ore. Still no connection. Whatever. And currency is in gems, which are emeralds. And that's all I really am willing to go over, because this is stretching on way too long, and I actually want to get a Minecraft video in for you guys. So yeah. I don't know. I'll go ahead and put it in the description below, the link to the website as well. I'm sure they can explain it better than I did, and I'm sure even more so that you playing it will give you a better idea of it than I possibly can. Or even the website really can. It's just better to play than it is to try to read about. Now, it is in beta testing, so you have to agree that you're willing to put up with beta testing, basically, and that you really have no right to complain about anything that goes wrong, because it is in beta. And I say this because the guy and a group of his friends, I believe, they're running this by themselves. It's no plugins whatsoever that I know of. He completely coded everything to be the way it is, and it's just turned out amazing. It's freaking awesome, to say the least. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and click off here. Well, I'm actually gonna click into single player, to be quite honest, but I'm gonna record something for you, upload this while I'm recording most likely, and yeah, we'll see how everything goes. Anyway, once again, sorry for the long time without me making any videos, but I'm gonna get back into that groove, and hopefully soon this frickin' thing right here, right in this area, will be gone, and I know I'm going up above where you guys can actually see the cursor. But, yeah. Alright. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, a rating is much appreciated, and if you want to see more content in the future, then just hit that subscribe button down below. This has been J3T Funny Man, signing off. Peace out, guys. Boop.